Hi guys, my name is Brandon Thomas and welcome back to my channel. So I did a video a couple months ago about working and trying to receive unemployment at the exact same time. And the video actually did very well and I received a lot of questions on it and I tried to answer as many as I could. There's still a few out there that I need to answer. I will get to them. But I wanted to do a part 2 of this video. And if you want to check out the previous video, I'll put a link above right now. You can watch either one of these videos in either order. They're both pretty valuable with information. But let's get into part 2. So states are reopening and millions of people have returned to work over the last couple months. In some cases, those workers may be able to continue collecting unemployment benefits. That pay would include both traditional state-level benefits and the extra $600 a week enhanced benefit funded by the federal government that ends this month, July 31st, 2020. But there are talks of some sort of an extension, but we'll get to that in another video. The U.S. economy added 2.5 million jobs in May and another 4.8 million in June, a surprising turnaround that economists largely attribute to Americans who were furloughed from their jobs back in March or April and are now being recalled as states are slowly opening back up in certain phases. However, around 25 million Americans are still collecting unemployment benefits, according to the Labor Department. Now, obviously, full-time workers are not eligible for unemployment benefits. I get this question a lot. Full-time, over 40 hours a week, you are not eligible for unemployment benefits. I've gotten a lot of questions on that. Let's just nip it in the butt right now. However, some workers can continue getting a partial unemployment check if they are recalled on a part-time basis. Those part-time workers would get a smaller unemployment check than if fully unemployed, since benefits are supplemented by job wages, meaning they are portioned out depending on what you earn. There are two ways this can happen: through a work sharing program or a reduced unemployment insurance benefit. Generally, the work sharing program is more attractive than the reduced benefit, and let me tell you why. For example, partial unemployment benefits generally require a more substantial reduction in work hours for an individual to be eligible. Access may therefore be limited for some individuals. The arrangement also often pays less than work sharing programs due to differences in how a state calculates benefits in each program. But there are some things to note. While all states offer partial unemployment benefits, work sharing programs are only available in around half of the U.S. states. And even then, an employer must offer the program to its workers for them to actually be able to enroll. My suggestion would be to just check with your HR department, or possibly someone in payroll would know. Or at least they can direct you to the right person. In both programs though, workers get a substantial temporary financial benefit. Along with their reduced state unemployment check, they would receive the extra $600 a week authorized by the CARES Act back in March or April. That enhancement may allow workers to make more than their full-time salaries via these arrangements, though the extra pay is scheduled to end after July 31st. As for work-sharing programs, also known as temporary compensation or shared work programs, just a flip of the words, are offered through your employer. Remember, this is only offered in half of the states here in America, so be sure to do your research. They allow businesses to reduce hours by anywhere from 10% to a maximum 60% for a particular group of employees. This could be a certain business sector or just a random group throughout the company. Your employer must submit their plan to their state and have it approved before workers can start receiving these benefits. Partial unemployment benefits are more complicated and rules vary significantly between states. Be sure to do your own research for your designated state. If you need help, please leave a comment below and I'll do some research and respond as quickly as I can, as I did in my other video. Generally, workers must have their full-time hours cut considerably, more than the maximum 60% for the work-sharing programs to be eligible. Basically, to be eligible, workers must make less money per week from a job than they'd otherwise be receiving in state jobless benefits while fully unemployed. For example, the average American gets $378 a week for state unemployment benefits. Eligibility for partial unemployment benefits would generally mean making less than $378 from that job. This isn't the case in all states though, so please do your own research. Again, leave a comment below if you need help looking for this kind of stuff. Here's another example. In Louisiana, it only pays unemployed workers up to $211 a week. So this definitely varies by state compared to the average being $378 throughout the United States. And one more quick note, you must apply for these partial benefits, unlike with a work sharing program, which the employer will apply on your behalf. I'll put a link down below with a couple examples of partial unemployment scenarios so you guys have something of an idea of what to expect. Again, thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe so I can bring more videos like this to keep everyone informed, and feel free to give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next video.